No one goes to war without donning themselves with the proper gear, because you do not want to face the enemy and be at a disadvantage because you're not well equipped. When you're doing battle with Satan, and in this context, his children who are the narcissists in this world, I'd like to offer an unconventional weapon, which is very potent and usually overlooked. The weapon is the weapon of music. Yes, you heard me right. Music is a weapon. Scientifically speaking, music is the only thing known in this world which can be able to travel through the two hemispheres in the brain, the left and the right hemisphere, without consent, really. It's a subconscious effort. Usually, the left brain will deal with logic, the right brain will deal with emotions. But when music is involved, the waves go back and forth between the two hemispheres of the brain. This is the reason the enemy, who is a great musician, has used music a lot in propagating evil, in initiating recruits, and causing a lot of damage in the world. Now, while the enemy has been using this music, you rarely even think about it. And if we're going to face an enemy who is so good at this, as it is mentioned in Ezekiel 28, when Satan was created, he was created with instruments inside him. This is the reason he's able to perform in the way that he does. If you look at worldly music, it's like near impossible to be that good because these guys are being taught by the devil. Even if you look at the instruments themselves, for example, the keyboard, the electronic keyboard, and if you go into the voices sections, into the instruments sections, and you key in whichever sounds you want to use, many of those voices, because I also happen to be a musician who knows how these things work, many of those voices and voicings are names of demonic gods, narcissistic gods known from the past. Venus, all this, even the names of these keyboards, Cog, Kronos, all those names are names of gods, Jupiter. This we always name instruments according to demons. Now let's not play about this issue, because if you have to name music or instruments, why do you have to give them such names? There are so many names you could give them. Why does it have to be the names of narcissistic gods, in quotes, demons? It's because we are doing warfare with Satan. Satan has been effectively using this weapon, but you are unaware about how effective this weapon really is, even in your battle with the narcissist. If this weapon of music does not even need consent to travel between both hemispheres of the brain, it means whatever words are put into it, if evil or if powerful, will have the same effect on the brain. And the brain is one of the most attacked and damaged organs while you are in this dynamic with a narcissist. So you want to start curing your brain. Therefore, the most effective way to begin doing this is with something that can travel between both of the hemispheres of the brain without effort. Hence, my offer for music. Now, you do not have to be a good musician. Now, it's not about how talented you are. It's about how the attitude you adopt when you decide to take music on. Let me just give this some sort of biblical context, because I'm coming at this from the angle of a Christian. In the book of 1 Samuel, the 16th chapter, King Saul, was being tormented by evil spirits. The context for these demonic attacks, of course, is narcissism, because he was not willing to accept God's choice for who will take over after him. And this inevitably opened up portals for devils to come in and attack him. What's interesting is that his servants, his advisors, recognized the need for music, because everyone in the room knew that this was demonic possession. And no advisor had anything they could say, because you cannot advise a spirit. You cannot talk with the spirit. When you're dealing with the spirit, you need something way more powerful than human speech. His advisors recognized the need for music in the deliverance of Saul. Don't you find that interesting? I find that really interesting. He recommended that he should find a musician who will make music, and by this music, he should feel relieved. And he ordered them to find a person who could play well. They went off and found the son of Jesse, David, who was a well known musician. David, in history, was actually a very good musician. He wrote the book of Psalms. Psalms are all songs. Psalms are songs. So it's the other word for songs. All those psalms you see in there, about 95% of them were written by David. Very good musician. David came with his harp, and it says in the scripture, that's 1 Samuel 16:14 to 23, that he was able to play. And when he played, Saul was set free. He just played the harp, and the demon had to leave. The demon had to leave simply because a young boy was playing a musical instrument. Think about that. And it says that Saul, I keep confusing him with Paul because the Saul apostles, Paul in the New Testament was also called Saul. Sorry about that. But King Saul found in his heart a great love for David. He even begged his father that David should come and live in the palace because he loved him greatly, it said. Of course, this is always the first dynamic when you're dealing with a narcissist. They are drawn to you because they love you. They admire you. That's always the first step in the dynamic. Story for another day. Maybe I'll use that because in the next chapter, which is First Samuel verse 17, chapter 17, it says of the first victory of David over the Philistine army. Let me not go into that. The thing with scripture is that every text begs to be delved into. So let's just stick to the point of today, which is anytime you're doing battle, if you adopted music, because right now you'll realize one of the effects that living with a narcissist has had on you is that you've not been thinking straight, you've not been feeling okay. When you try to reason out the issues, there's a sort of a brain fog. It's like there's a dampness, there's a numbness in your brain. You can feel it. I know you know what I'm talking about. If you've been in a properly narcissistic dynamic, those demons come and they shut your ability to think. You find yourself forgetting things. Some of you find yourselves even unable to hold your peace, your what word will I use? You're not even able to hold yourself. Get to the loop. People who are under severe narcissistic attack know exactly what I'm saying. I know probably you've not even said this, or maybe you've not even thought of this in this way. Or probably you thought you're getting sick, which you possibly could be. But you're in warfare, you're doing war, and the spiritual weight is having effect on your physical body. That's why you see these effects on yourself. Music will do a lot for you. Turn up that praise song and start listening. If you can't be able to sing yourself, start by listening to songs. If you can access the internet, if you can access CDs, if you can access gospel music, if you can access uplifting songs, start imbibing on it. Go hard, just let it play. Don't even look for for any specific thing. Just let it play. Because the music itself is its own cure. It will go inside the brain and it will start working wonders on its own. It will start freeing you. People in Bible days already knew this. They recognized this. Advisors, wise men, rich men, powerful men understood this as a cure for kings. You understand? I want you to start adopting music from today. You have an advantage. You have a playlist section on your YouTube. Go and start creating worthwhile playlists. I have a YouTube channel which was specifically dedicated to music, but it's not really in the order that I'd like it to be. In the future, I plan to actually renovate it, and I'll start making music on that platform also. So keep on the lookout for it. In the meantime, I would recommend a few names. Marvin Sapp. That's MarvinSapp. I recommend also Israel Houghton. Israel Houghton is Houghton. And CC Winans. That's Cecewinans. Those are just three names among the many thousands. I'll also hopefully get into being able to produce my own music. I used to tour when I was younger. We had a band. We used to do live music all over my country, Kenya, and those were wonderful days. Yeah, I'll definitely get back to it. Until then, you could adopt some of this well-known music. And remember, it's not about how good you do it. Sing in the shower, sing as you're walking, sing inside your soul, inside your heart, sing when even if it's inaudibly, it still works. And then listen to a lot of music. Listen and just listen. If you listen to music from a chosen person or from a healed person, that music will deliver you from the devil, and it will give you the power you need to start working on your healing in your context of narcissistic abuse. All the best.